All right, guys, back looking at section 13, so getting into the part three of the folio, which is the evaluation section. And now we're really looking back to make an analysis and evaluation of the functional and aesthetic aspects of the design. So, really breaking down those two parts. We're not really necessarily evaluating every single thing here or analyzing every single thing, but bit of a focus on the functional and aesthetic, which probably takes up quite a bit of your project anyway. So, as usual, the must-haves and the top mark range. So let's have a little bit of a look at that. Extensive evaluation of the functional and aesthetic qualities as outlined in the criteria of success. So that's really important. You're going back to your criteria of success. You're looking at what you said functionally and aesthetically would need to happen for it to be a successful project, and you're evaluating against that. So sometimes it's really good to go back and grab your criteria of success, just highlight it, copy it, chuck it down here so you remember what you're doing as you're completing this part of it. Not crucial, but an outside opinion of the functional and aesthetic qualities of the design, really good. But if you don't take that outside opinion and then go and analyze it and give an evaluation on what you think about the outside opinion, it's not really worth anything. It's just someone else creating content and giving you an idea. But this can be good for the video, just to get an industry expert to say what they think, but then make sure, if you want any marks for it, you go back and do an analysis and evaluation of what it is that they've said. So the top mark range analyzes and critically evaluates the functional and aesthetic aspects of the PSE. You just need to hit those red words. You really need to make an analysis of how it went. So that's one way to do it. It probably makes it easier to think of it like that. So analyze how you met those criteria and then give a critical evaluation. When you're being critical, you kind of have to look at things from a couple of different viewpoints. One, did it go well? And you can't just sort of fall into the trap of thinking how wonderful your project is and how wonderfully it all went, because parts of it could have gone better. And when you're making those evaluations and you're trying to make it critical, it's pretty easy for the person who's reading it to see, maybe get a little bit of that critical sort of evaluation in there. If you're saying what could have been better, what went wrong, how you could have done things in a different way to make the whole thing better. So critically evaluate is really important. There's heaps of ways you can set it out. So if you're just looking at the criteria, the function and aesthetics, these can be broken into a lot more different things, but let's just keep it pretty basic here. Why it was important, how it was measured, the analysis of findings or how it was measured, critical evaluation, so what the criteria was, the opinion of others, positives, negatives, further direction. I don't really love either of these necessarily. You just need to look at your functional and aesthetic qualities. Maybe this one is the better one, why it's important, how I measured it, and then the analysis of the findings from the measuring. That one probably makes a little bit more sense than here, where I guess I was just thinking I wanted to force some critical evaluation so it was really clear. There's a little bit of information there in the dot points to help you with analysis and what that is. Hopefully, we got a little bit of that throughout the videos, but that might help you out. And the HSC markers comments were better responses displayed a clear understanding of the aspects of design and related them to the design projects. In several cases, these aspects were included in professional statements and linked well to the intent of the PSE, the product system or environment. So it doesn't hurt to have those professional statements, but like I said, make sure you're saying something about what they've said, particularly if you're going to use it in your video. All right, guys, that's section 13. Just a couple more to go. Hope you're going well with your folios, and thank you.